aside from anything else, every time I watch one of these films I just fall way too hard in love with Joey King, which seems rather unfair, doesn't it? Kissing Booth 2 is Netflix's latest teenage romantic comedy, and of all the many ones that they've done to date, I was pretty much the most entranced with the first film, which meant that I was actually going into this, for once, with hope that Netflix would do this right. The original film introduced us to Elle, who had been best friends with Lee ever since they were children. However, when she finds herself with a bit of a crush on Lee's super hot older brother Noah, she has to choose between sticking to the rules of their friendship, which includes not dating Noah quite specifically, or following her heart. We return in the sequel with Elle still trying to juggle her relationship with Noah, now long distance as he's in college at Harvard, her friendship with Lee, which is a little bit trickier now that he has a serious girlfriend in Rachel, and her applications to college, which kind of weighs upon all aspects of her life, because she could go to Berkeley with Lee, as they've been planning since they were kids, or she could go to Harvard, or just Boston area in general, with Noah, who has sex with her. Yeah. Meanwhile, new cast members in sequel include Maisie Richardson Sellers as Chloe, a new friend of Noah's at college, and Taylor Zachar Perez, who is super hot. Who's Elle's new classmate and dance partner Marco. He is super hot, though. Anyway, now Elle has a lot of choices and a lot of problems looming on the horizon as she enters her senior year of high school, clocking in at over 2 hours, which just felt like crazy to me. That's extremely long for this style of film, right? But with that time, the Kissing Booth 2 manages to go through an entire year of Elle's life, have subplots up the wazoo, and leave as many problems kind of open-ended as it solves. Frankly, it doesn't feel so much like a sequel or a movie at all as it feels like a half season of a show, you know? It kind of, the cliffhanger doesn't feel like, ooh, this is what next season's going to be about. Great. It feels like, oh, okay, this will be answered, you know, after the Christmas mid-season break or something. It is out and out a franchise entry because Netflix has decided to go all the way and kind of milk this for all it's worth. Before you comment, saying something about the books, I know that there is a second book, so it's not like they made this out of milking, but the way that they've built this film and the way it feels like they're trying to egg on to the future feels like it's definitely just trying to draw you in and milk you with another franchise entry, a bit like the Fantastic Beasts franchise so far. Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't think there's a third proper book. I think it's kind of like there's little novella, short stories and stuff that she's done, but I don't know really how much of what happens in this film is true to the tale of the second book or anything, but I imagine I'll read it somewhere pretty soon as someone either complains or praises it. So, can the sequel recapture the magic of the first film, or will it just come crashing down and become another Netflix movie made of wisps of smoke trying to become something tangible? Those were some deep and surprisingly harsh questions. Here is my 1-minute review for The Kissing Booth 2.
Oh boy.
Well, I think the biggest problem here is the same problem that the To All the Boys sequel had. And I haven't seen a lot of reaction so far online. This has just came out yesterday. But, yeah, no, I feel like it has the same problem in that when I saw Lara Jean with John Ambrose, right, I preferred that to with Peter Kavinsky. I prefer Elle with Marco than Noah, just in general, you know. So I'm kind of like, oh, well, that's, And Netflix kind of, I did actually think they might be bold enough in this film to have her choose Marco. But they weren't, and that kind of made the ending feel a bit like a damp squib. Also, the cliffhanger at the end, it leaves open, is something that she was, like, questioning all film. You know, so we don't actually get any resolution to it this film. And that makes it feel like, come on, you know, that disappointed me as well. I'm giving this one 69 out of 100. It is only 6 marks lower than the first one, so it's a pretty good, you know, sequel drop, if you will. It is still above the To All the Boys sequel, but I'm irritated, you know, I feel like the first film was bolder and more innovative than this one. This one feels very much like they're just trying to suck you in for more of a franchise. And that's all for this 1 minute review. Who do you think Elle should end up with in the comments? What college do you think she's going to go to? Just discuss, go ahead. If you scroll down right now also, you'll find a red button that gives you magical wisps of happiness every day. Please subscribe. Bye!